Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Monday night, May the 23rd. We had a rough day in Wall Street today, but a lot of stocks we follow still acted well today. Many of them biotech, medical-related stocks, and they appear to be right now leading the market. So let's take a look at some of them. Tomorrow night we'll go over the box and shorts. There's a lot of that to cover too. But Amarin, AMRN, continues one of my favorites after this huge breakaway gap and run up in mid-April. It then coiled, tried to break out and backed off one more time, holding at the moving average. And then the last three sessions have been up every day, up another just 31 cents today. But you can see with volume holding steadily and the stock now in this rising channel going all the way back to here, taking us back to more than a year. We could very well test the top of that channel around the 22 level very shortly. And if it does accelerate, we could see high 20s and a longer term target in the high 30s. Aveo, AVEO, nice pattern, fairly new issue back about a year ago. It surged July, August, and then September, October. Then it went into a 6-month coil. Here, that pattern was broken with a pop, then a flag, an explosive move that took out the November double top, and then a couple-day pullback this week. Today, a nice reversal off 18 to 1912 and up 3% as technical surge. Look at the unbalanced volume here. Looks to me like stock may be headed for a quick retest of the 20 area up here, and a takeout should get it into the 22, 23 zone, maybe as high as 24 short term. Avenir, another junior biotech acting well, up against, as you can see, the falling wedge was broken with a thrust last week. Paused for a couple of days, and today surged another 22 cents or 5%. But nearly 15 million shares traded today. This stock appears to want to make a breakout over this key line. And the way I look at it here, a test of the 575 zone would be forthcoming, followed by additional upside that could take it as high as 6.5 short term. Biosante Pharmaceuticals, another biotech, broke out today. You can see that last week it broke out and pulled back today, broke out again above that line, and is now at the top of the short-term channel, having reached about 289 today. But it sure looks like a test of lateral price resistance on the top of the major channel around the 3.25 range may be forthcoming. That's our short-term target. Stepping back and look at the longer-term pattern, you can see that there's a possibility we can see the stock up around 5.5, 3/4, or more than double on an intermediate basis. Cubist, another biotech that's moving well after the big pop in April, been moving steadily higher. The intra channel, which means the interior channel here, was broken Thursday, paused Friday, and today popped again, running from under 35 to over 38 at one point today before backing off to 36.64, up 82 cents. But volume surged to the biggest volume in 6 weeks, and looks to me like if it gets over 38, we're going to see the stock in the 43, 44 zone, my trading target. Star Scientific, another biotech-related firm, which the big run-up in March ran it from about $1.60 up to 5 and change, where we exited, then pulled back down, and now it's moving steadily higher again. It's been holding the moving average and trend line for about a month now, and it appears to me that the lateral test near resistance around the 435.38 zone, this could spike up and retest a high, maybe take it out. My intermediate target is around 7, 7.25. Short-term target, of course, at that 5, 512 zone. Cardiovascular Systems, another really excellent looking medical stock. After big run up at the end of last year, came down in January, February, moved back up, coiled with a flat top here that was broken, retested. Again, resistance at the January high, stalled it for 3 or 4 days, but that was taken out Thursday and Friday. Today was an inside day, a quieter volume, but I think the stock's headed towards 2021. Global Crossing, outstanding technical pattern with a huge gap, a 4-week flag or coil, a breakout, and a week-long flag was followed by a breakout Friday and another advance of 58 cents today, right up to key overhead resistance, going all the way back to the multiple year highs that was reached in early 07. So a 4-year high here, and at this point I'm looking for a move to test the all-time high at 33.50, set right after the IPO. That should take us quickly up to the, if it does get through that, up to the mid to high 30s at global. Imperial Sugar is really spiking up of late. It's run from about 12.5 up to 18.25 just in the last 2 weeks. We're in an overhead resistance zone, so you may see some pullback here. But if you step back and look at the long-term pattern, you'll see this is a 4-year resistance zone that, if taken out, could lead to higher levels as high as the low 20s and then mid 20s. Big day for Krispy Kreme donuts, up 26% on 13.6 million shares. We caught that for a day trade early on after a gap that started to run. And at this point, it closed right at the December high, a breakthrough here, and you're going to see 950 on it. That's my next target on KKD. 2 consecutive big days in a row on huge volume for LNG after positive news of U.S. government approval for the exportation of certain products. In any case, it's gone from 7.5 to 1281 in 2 sessions. But that included a pullback this morning to 929 before it exploded back up to 1281. It did back off a point, but still up $1.72, or 17% on nearly 22 million shares. I believe that's the heaviest volume I've ever seen in the stock ever. So big day for that. And at this point, wouldn't shock me to see this stock make a run at the the top of the channel here, which right now comes in around the 16 and 17 zone. That's my short-term trading target. Let's call it 16 in that range, 15 and a half, 16. Up next, OPXT, which popped Friday and followed through nicely today, up another 10%. But today's action took it through this lateral price zone. And my next target is 3.25, followed by 4.25. Quantum Fuel Systems, QTWW, big explosive move from 2.25 to 5.5. Hit resistance, backed off in an orderly fashion for a week, held the moving averages, and today popped 36 cents or 9.5%. If it follows through here, expect a retest of the highs around 5.5 short term, and the intermediate term target is 8.25. It's quite a ways from here, but keep your eyes open. RPTP, an explosive 2.5 million share, 91 cent or 23% surge today, which took it out across key 1-year space pattern. And at this point, I'm looking for a move that takes it up towards the 5.75, maybe 6.5 zone, possibly as high on the secondary target up around the 7.75 range. SPPI snapped back with a vengeance today. It's up 6% on 4.6 million shares. Volumes increased the last couple sessions. The stock moved. The key to today's action is that it moved back over the 21 and 50-day moving average and got up to lateral price resistance before slightly backing off. But if it does move through here, look for a retest of the 10.5 zone short term. Sequans Communications, SQNS, big breakaway gap today and strong surge. It took it up 261 at 28.6% on the biggest volume since it went public a couple months ago. The bottom line is a very nice move today that could see some follow through up towards the 13-14 zone. And that's it for tonight. Those are some more long ideas in a very ugly market, but they sure are acting well. Tomorrow night we'll cover the shorts. Bye-bye.